Are you ready to learn? Let's get started.
You are now tuned in. Let's get it.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jaleiacorbin. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about mindset. Before I get into all this stuff, because it gets real juicy, I want to define, not really define, but like simplify mindset. So mindset, if you know a little bit about English grammar, mindset is a compound word. You got mind and you got set. So first, to change your mindset, you have to change your mind. But then you also have to set it into action. So I was talking about ego the other day, and I was just like defining what ego is and talking about how bad habits create bad character. If you're doing something for the wrong reason, if you're doing it to please other people, for your self-image, and you're not doing it for yourself and you have no real reason that is bringing growth or like anything, you're just doing it to look good, like that's pretty much feeding your ego, and like that's not gonna help you grow at all. If anything, it's just gonna keep you in one place, and nobody wants to be in one place forever. Like, ew, gross. In order to behave, in order to be, in order to think, in order to move like a king or a queen, you're gonna need a growth mindset. My definition of the king or the queen mindset is a growth mindset that allows you to be the best version of yourself while flourishing in every area of your life through your God-given purpose. That definition has so many things I gotta break down, but if you just bear with me, we're gonna break it all down and it's gonna all make sense in the end. So the first part of that, the growth mindset, is what I was talking about the other week on my Row with Christine Instagram account. And if you're not following that, please go follow it. It's like a secondary account to my main where I pretty much just like dump all my thoughts. You should definitely go look at that. But I was talking about the difference between like being a victim and like growing, and pretty much just like those two outlooks on life. And if you're the victim, you can't focus on the victory because you're too busy worrying about why this happened, or why is this happening to me is a common question or a common like theme of the victim mindset. Instead of wondering why things are the way they are, you can start to think like, how can I grow from this? If you lost something, what did I gain from this loss? What is this going to teach me? What is this going to help me avoid in the future? Like, those are the differences between being a victim and actually wanting to grow and make progress. So the next part of that is being the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, smartest version that you can think of. And sometimes when we're stuck in like our bad habits, or we're stuck in an area of no growth, we kind of can't see past what we're going through. We can't see past the situation or past the person that we are. But if you just allow yourself to center and to focus and just think about how you would feel if you were at your happiest, or where you would be if you were at your happiest or your wealthiest or your smartest version, and wherever you see yourself, whatever vision you got, like, is totally possible. You just have to like put it into perspective and gain vision. I made a video in the beginning of the year in January about making a vision board, and when I tell you that is so important, like, I have my vision board up, I'm actually crap it. But this vision board has definitely, like, a lot of it has shown to be true. We'll get y'all later. Okay, you got it. But yeah, definitely go watch that video. Well, even if it's just like a piece of paper, if you got a vision, you need to write it down. You got to put it somewhere, because it's proven that it's more helpful to write things down than just to think them. When you say it to yourself and it's like on paper and like you can visually see it and read it, the vision becomes more real. And instead of focusing on the how, you start focusing on the why. You start focusing on what drives you instead of how you're gonna get there. And if you're thinking and you're moving like a king or a queen, then you're going to get there. But yeah, okay, so let me get back on track. So the other part of the definition, being the best version of yourself while flourishing. So to flourish is a verb, and it means to grow or develop in a healthy or rigorous way, especially as the result of a particularly favorable environment. So if you're trying to grow and develop in a beautiful, healthy way, you don't want negative or unhealthy growth. Unhealthy growth looks like putting your attention into something that's not going to help you. Anything you give your attention to is going to grow. So whether that be a bad habit and that bad habit just grows and gets worse, or whether it be a good habit that creates good character and eventually a good, successful, happy, abundant life. So, I mean, that is, that could be it right there, but I'm gonna keep going. Growing in a healthy way is the direct result of being in a good environment. So like, what are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you surrounding yourself with? What mindsets are you surrounding your life around? A constant habit that you do every day. And is it helping you or is it harming you? So you really have to, if you want to grow, you got to distinguish these things. Like, you got to get down to it, get down to the nitty gritty and be like, okay, look, this isn't helping me, so I'm going to get rid of it. And once you start to get rid of the things that don't help you, you're going to see growth. Like, it's guaranteed. I promise you, I'm not lying, I'm not capping, you're going to see some growth. But you got to get rid of the things that are harming you first. Like, it's common sense, but like, common sense ain't so common apparently to, the world. But through your God-given purpose is the last part of the definition. If you want to flourish, if you want to be living your best life, your happiest, your healthiest, like, you're gonna have to be in alignment with God. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. It's not like, I don't believe that, so I'm not gonna do that, or we don't believe the same thing, or I don't want to be part of a religion. That's BS. Because the other day I was talking to my friend Kira, we were just talking about like inspiration and like me inspiring people, and I was telling her, like, I don't like to have a title. Like, being in a religion or being a Christian, like, sometimes I don't like to associate myself with titles, because at the end of the day, what's more important is your relationship with God. You can be Muslim, Jewish, Christian, it don't matter. Like, as long as you have a good relationship with God, you have good habits, good morals, good virtues, like, you're not just gonna sit and be stagnant. Like, you're gonna be growing if you adopt this queen king mindset and you keep your goals, your visions, you keep them alive, you work towards them. Like, all these things, you got to do it. Like, at the end of the day, that playtime is over. It's done. We got to get it. Being in alignment with God is going to have you reach your full potential. And you can, of course, go throughout life and not be in alignment with him, but you're just going to be making mediocre moves. And I don't know about you, but I don't have time to be regular, average, mediocre. Like, those words are not in my vocabulary. I don't must want to have an abundant life, and you want to reach your maximum potential and reach your purpose and flourish. Like this definition says, like, you want to have the best version of yourself, know the best version of yourself, and you want to flourish in every area of your life, your social life, your relationships, your personal life, spiritual, mental health, your character. You want your character to flourish. Like, you're gonna have to be in alignment with God, because pretty much what it is, it's like getting a new Apple product that nobody really knows about and you don't know how to use it. But when you got the Apple product, there was a manual for that product, and you can't sit around and be like, I don't know how to use it, but there's a manual in front of you and you're not using that. So that's kind of how a relationship with God is. Like, a relationship with God means that you have to have a Bible, number one, and number two, you have to use it. The Bible is the manual. So if you got a new Apple product and you're not using the manual and you're confused, then that's a problem in itself. Like, if you're having trouble with life and you don't know what you're up to, you don't know where you are, you don't like where you are, you feel like you're stagnant, you're not growing, well, how about you look at the manual? The manual tells you everything you need to know. But until you open it up and read it and apply it to your life, nothing will change, and you will continue to be stagnant. And if you're not stagnant, and if you're not in the same spot and you're growing, kudos to you. Keep grinding, keep moving, keep that growth mindset, and you're gonna be set up. A lot of people say, I'm in my bag, or I've been out the mix, or I'm growing, I'm doing this. Like, yeah, you can change your mind. Yeah, you can make other people think that you changed your mind. But until you set that into action and really be about it, then it's all talk, and all that is chatter. Like, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear all the fake stuff. So the queen has spoken. I hope you take this lovely advice and you have a lovely evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. I'm praying for all my lovely viewers that y'all, realize that you need to be in alignment with God, and not only that, but that you continuously grow and that you're progressing towards your future. Love y'all so much. Don't forget to follow my social media. Share this video with somebody you think who needs it. Like it, comment, email me for questions. It's all in the description box. But yeah, love y'all so much. Jay Christine out.